Oh, testing, testing. One, two, three. Yes, Yao Sen. Okay, so welcome back to our special vacation edition of videos, right? Now, this time we are going to talk about chapter 9, or I should say, we are going to start talking about chapter 9 because chapter 9 is going to be a rather long, a long chapter, right? Now, therefore, we are going to at least break it down into 3 videos, at least, right? Depending on the progress, maybe into 4 different videos, right? Now, this time, now you remember in chapter 8, we learned the definitions of demand and supply. We learned about a law of supply, law of demand, and then we talk about when they meet, right? When demand meets supply, right? Now for this chapter, we are going to do something further. We are going to change demand, change supply, and sometimes change both of them together. All right. Now, just a minute, right? Just a second. Wait for me a little bit. So sorry. So sorry, right? It just started raining. Therefore, I need to rush to close the windows or else my clothing will be all wet, right? Now, anyway, right? Now, if we are going to break it down into at least 3 videos, what we are going to do, right? Now, the first part, I'm going to talk about the definitions of changing demand and changing supply. And we're going to contrast it with the change in quantity demanded and changing quantity supplied 係啦，呢個咧我哋第8課都好鬧教，係咪搞咗好耐嘅東西啦？OK， and then we are going to talk about in the next video we talk about what are the factors affecting demand, and then in the next video we're going to talk about the factors affecting supply, and in the last video most probably we are going to put together changing demand and changing supply, and that will make it 4 videos. Okay, I lied. Okay, at least 4 videos, right? Now, without further ado, let's start with the easy one. Okay, so let's go to page 114 of your textbook. Now here, immediately, the textbook talks about what are the difference between a change in demand versus a change in quantity demanded. So let's look at the words. 嗱，好累贅啊，我哋間低啲重點好唔好啊？嗱，here it says a change in quantity demanded caused by a change in price，即係講得簡單啲啦。This is a change in price only. Then it leads to a change in QD only，淨係得 price 同 quantity demanded 喐，因為價格 because of a change in price QD changes。OK， 好嘛？嗱 versus another one, we call it a change in demand. This time it says, right, other than price。OK， 今次係價格以外嘅東西。OK， now which later on in the next video we will talk about. There are some factors. For example, maybe income changes. 可能人收入唔同咗 ，or a change in preference， 口味唔同咗。OK。Or maybe changing other goods， 你係人哋啲 goods 都關事嘅咩？係啊，百事同可樂咯。OK，substitutes, complements, etc. Right? OK. Now these are things other than the price of the good. OK， 我哋唔係嗰隻 goods 嘅價格變咗。OK， 而係價格以外嘅其他嘢。OK，things other than price. Okay, come on. Now let's look at how we present that in 2 different formats. Okay, 嗱書自己睇嘅真係好多字啊，好唔好啊？ Now one format is table format. 好啦，喺個 table 度會點變啊？ Basically, it moves from one column to another column， 由呢個 column 跳咗另一個 column 係咯。For example, price increases from 12 to 15, therefore quantity demanded decreases from 10 to 8， 係咪？由呢個 column 去咗第3個 column 咯。From second column to the third column。Okay, that would be a change in quantity supplied versus what is a change in demand？ 原來 demand 咧好過癮㗎。 Now you will see here, right? Now, for example, this is an increase in demand. Of course, it can decrease as well, right? You see the price does not change. OK， 原來你見 price 呢個 column 冇變啦。OK， 頭先係 row 啊 ，so sorry，right？ The column of price does not change. But then here you see QD, all the QD in all prices would change. 原來所有價格嘅 QD 都會變。It's not just jumping from one row to another, but instead all the QD would change. In this case, right, demand increase, you see, right? Every QD increases. In another case, maybe it decreases. Okay, then every QD at all price would decrease. Okay, so this is using a table to represent. Okay, another one would be using the graph. Graph 咧就好容易嘅啫。Okay, now we talk about that in chapter 8. In a graphical format, right? A change in QD basically movements along the demand curve 係同一嗱，你見唔見啊？ Is the same demand curve. Movement along the same demand curve. Here it goes down in price. Therefore, QD goes up. Another case goes up in price. Therefore, QD goes down. Okay, 得唔得？ This is a change in QD versus 嗱好易型嘅 graph， 你會見到啦。A change in demand will be different demand， 兩條完全唔同嘅 demand from D0 to D1。D0 to D1，OK， 得唔得？嗱，我哋自己寫低佢啦，個秘訣好簡單嘅啫。嗱 ，later on you'll be very familiar。記住 ，right， 當佢去右邊係上升 ，OK，left will be decrease，OK， 好易記嘅啫。Right increase, left decrease. Why？ 我哋望下啦，原來係咁解嘅，睇住啦噃。At price equals to 15， 15蚊 ，originally D0 8。見唔見啊？有8件 ，now 12， 見唔見啊 ？At the same price 喺同一個價格之下 ，you see the QD has increased。OK， 呢個咪上升咯。OK，another example here, the opposite, right? At the same price, price equals to $15, right? QD from 12 to 8. This is a decrease 係咪？咁咪跌咗咯。OK， 向右係升，向左係跌。OK， 好嘛？嗱 ，again, if you want a summary of all these, you can turn to page 116, and here we have a table。嗱，但係都係嗰句啦 ，you guys 4x3 is the smart guys, right? I'm not going to waste your time by reading it word by word。自己有眼，自己有腦，識睇㗎啦。OK， 好唔好啊？ Now, boys。Can I ask you to pause the video for 1 to 2 minutes? Try to identify whether these cases are changing the changing quantity demanded only, or is it a change in demand? Okay, here you go. Okay, I expect you have paused the video, right? So let's talk about these examples on page 116. Okay, 好嘛？嗱，第一個啦。When a bus fare increases, the fare, it means that price increases. Joseph travels less by bus. 你見到啦 ，since this is a price factor, making QD decreases. Okay, so this is a change in QD only. Okay.Because bus fare price，OK， 因為佢就係價格嘅改變 ，OK， 啱嘛？嗱 ，let's look at B. When there is a seasonal sales，OK， Simon buys more clothes。嗱，小心啲啊 ，is trying to fake you here，OK，trying to fake you here。大家見到，哦 ，seasonal，OK，so this is price outside of price 係咪？小心啲啊 ！Sale 乜嘢叫 sale 啊 ？In Chinese 特價。So this is actually right a decrease in price leading to increasing quantity demand 嗱好賤啊呢條係咪啊 ？It says seasonal but seasonal sale. Therefore, this is still a change in QD only because it is a change in price. 係價格變咗，唔係其他嘢。OK， 好嘛？嗱 C Nicole consumes more chocolate as he gets more pocket money。嗱，自己寫低佢啦。Pocket money, this is income. Income, is it price? No, since income belongs to other factors. Therefore, this is actually a change in demand, not QD. 呢個係價格以外 ，OK， not a change in price, but a change in income. OK， 好嘛？好啦 ，D 啦。After cancelling all discounts offer, OK, coffee sales in a coffee shop drops. OK， 嗱，你見到啦 ，cancel discount offer 咩叫 discount 啊 ？Discount meaning price. Cancel discount, price goes up. Therefore, QD decreases. 好啦，聽到冇啦，係咪啊 ？So this is again change in QD because it is caused by a change in price. Okay, 得唔得？ So this is the difference between a change in price and change in quantity demanded. Don't worry, as we go on to the past paper in our supplementary lessons, we will have more and more examples, okay? Now, I don't want to make the video too long, right? So let's go very quickly to the other part, or the Q 少少好唔好啊？ Let's go to page 124, okay? A change in supply and quantity supplied. It is exactly the same idea. Change in QS is because of a change in price, leading to a change in QS. Okay, only 而家淨係講緊價格嘅變動。Okay, while a change in supply would be change in other factors. Okay, 好啦 later on in our third video, we will talk about some other factors, but let me give you some examples. For example, maybe our so-called production capacity. Okay, 喂，你個能力啊 the skills, the machine, etc. changes, right? Or maybe the production cost changes, etc. Right? 好嘛？呢啲係價格以外啊 ，these are price outside of prices. Okay, 好嘛？ Now the same follows, right? A change in QS, a jumping in rows only, while a change in supply would be change in QS for all rows 係咪啊？係上升下跌啦。嗱呢個唔解啦。Graphically the same movement along the curve versus totally different supply. OK， 唔嘥時間講啦，好嘛？嗱 ，let's end this video very quickly. Now on page 126, the bottom, okay, the bottom. Here are some examples. Can I ask you to pause the video for 1 minute? Try to finish that, and then we resume the video. Okay, here you go. Now, assuming you have paused the video, let's look at the examples here. Okay, now more people look for jobs after the increase in minimum wage. 乜嘢係 wage 啊? If you remember in chapter 8, we talk about this is actually the price in labor market. OK， 呢個咪勞工市場嘅價格咯 ，the price in labor market. So this is actually a change in price. When it is a change in price, this is a change in quantity supplied. OK， 好嘛？好啦 ，B， the output doubles as there is a new machine 好啦 machine right this is production capacity 嗱唔使你 capacity 呢個字住係嘛？即係咩意思啊 ？This is outside of price 唔係價格嘅轉變 ，this is a change in supply okay finally ticket price of a concert 唔好玩啊！睇咗咁多次 ticket price decides to add extra shows 係 price 啊嘛，唉講到口臭啦，唔講啦。price 變即係咩意思啊 ？change in QS 咯。OK，唔講啦。OK，probably this video is too long already. OK，好嘛。So in this video, we briefly talk about change in demand versus change in QD and change in supply versus a change in QS. Remember, the main point is whether it is a change in price or not. If it is a change in price, then it is only a change in QD or QS. If it is not a change in price, then it is a change in demand or a change in supply. OK， 好啦，溫下書啦。In the next video, we talk about what are the factors making demand changes. OK，see you in the next video. See you then. Bye bye.